disaster. Can't take heartache, but I don't think I'm ever getting past her. All day, I'll stay, you and me a beautiful disaster. Always fighting till we go insane, fuck all night until we don't feel pain. All day, I'll stay, you and me a beautiful disaster. Oh, 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 getting past her. Oh, 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 you and me a beautiful disaster.
Girl, you always looking pretty with no makeup. Let me take you to the city before we break up. One more night, girl, we won't fight. I just want a little break from the hard times. Every day you gave me a flat line. You would say it's always a bad time. Anyway, I chase like the last time. Hard to break away when you were on mine.
Can't take heartache, but I don't think I'm ever getting past her. All day, I'll stay, you and me a beautiful disaster. Always fighting till we go insane, fuck all night until we don't feel pain. All day, I'll stay, you and me a beautiful disaster.
I don't wanna just get by in life before we die. I only live a single time, no chances to revive. Days will slip away sometimes when pressure holds too tight. Only I can make up my mind and override the fight. I've been patient, waiting for an answer, contemplating. Didn't get me any closer to the reason why I
was a lonely silhouette, needed somebody to show the way. Yeah, I was a heartbeat with no sound till you came around. Yeah, you showed me colors, light in the darkness. You were the only thing I needed. Then we got older, but we stayed the same. Swear that we never lost the flame. Nostalgia, you're an echo in my head. Oh, nostalgia, like a symphony of our memories. Oh, nostalgia, don't you ever slip away. Oh, nostalgia, like a symphony of our memories. Oh, like a symphony of our memories. Oh, what if the years turn into gold? The longer we live, yeah, the more we grow. We could be 100 miles apart, but it's never far. Yeah, you show me colors, light in the darkness. You were the only thing I needed. Then we got older, but we stayed the same. Swear that we never lost the flame. No, nostalgia, you're an echo in my head. Oh, nostalgia, like a symphony of our memories. Oh, nostalgia, don't you ever slip away. Oh, nostalgia, like a symphony of our memories. Oh, like a symphony of our memories. Oh, like a symphony of our memories. Oh, nostalgia, don't you ever slip away. Oh, nostalgia, like a symphony of our memories. Oh,
Sweet delight, you are my lucky charm. I hold you close in the night in my arms. And when we open our eyes, my worries fade away. 'Cause you gave me your heart in the light of day, in the light of day. And when we open our eyes, my worries fade away. 'Cause you gave me your heart in the light of day, in the light of day. Sweet delight, you are my lucky charm. I hold you close in the night in my arms. And when we open our eyes, my worries fade away.
Every 39 seconds, a business falls victim to a cyber attack. Shockingly, a staggering 92% of malware infiltrates organizations through email. In 2023, it's taking organizations an average of 49 days to identify a cyber attack. With CyberSafe DNS Protect, you get one platform with many benefits. effortlessly control with advanced URL filtering and gain full network visibility. Protect your business from phishing, malware, and advertising tracking. Be up and running in less than 24 hours. Boost productivity with over 80 categories. Protect what matters most. Start protecting today with our free 30-day trial. Experience confidence with CyberSafe DNS Protect. Secure your digital world today. Visit our website.
Get ready for something big. It's the 5th edition of PlayCon, happening October 9th to 12th at the MFCC to Ali. Experience the latest games, tech showcases, epic tournaments, and awesome cosplay. Entrance is free. PlayCon, where gamers unite.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 3 of the Malta Counter Strike League. Game week 6 now, into the final 2 game weeks of the season, and today we're gonna have OrderZero against Berserk. Both of these teams have already secured a playoff berth, and OrderZero with the chance today to be the first team to book their spot in the semi-finals. We take a quick look at the standings here. We can see OrderZero up in first place, 5-0, joined by Anarchy. OrderZero only ahead on round difference, of course yet to play in game week 7 against Anarchy, and that will probably be the second place decider as things stand. Berserk very close behind in third. A victory today would not confirm a semi-final berth, but would really put them in a pole position to get it. CSDE 3-2, maybe having a bit of problems. The roster currently, yet to see how that will shape out exactly. And then going down the list, we have the teams fighting out for the final 2 spots. Project Versio, CSDE School, Shadowhunters, all 1-4, and Pigeon Baguette currently 0-5. Pigeon Baguette still have to play Shadowhunters, and I believe... actually, I have no idea who they have to play. So I know that Shadowhunters is one of them, though, as Shadowhunters will be really looking to win that match to secure a 2-4 record as they go to face Aversio in the last game week. Aversio, of course, off to quite a rocky start. Many wouldn't expect to see them 1-4. Perhaps they'd be expecting to see them up next to OrderZero and Anarchy, but it is what it is, and they really have to win these final 2 matches if they want to secure their place in the playoffs. CSDE School, much of a similar story. Losing out to Shadowhunters will have 2 very difficult chances here to try and secure a playoff spot, playing against both Project Aversio and CSDE Senior. Pigeon Baguette, same story applies, maybe a bit tougher, yet to pick up a win this season, and some tough matches remaining. But that is our standings for now. We did have a bit of a delay as one of the players did lose their power, so many thanks to Enna Malta. And we are still waiting. I believe it is Twists. He's making his way to Esports Plaza to join from there, and I believe he's still making his way there. Of course, parking in Slema is no easy feat. So what we can do is take a look at the head-to-head for today's matchup, and it is going to be Mystic Mind against Anselm from Berserk. Both players, playing 5 matches, and actually probably the most equal head-to-head we've had so far. Average KD very close, average headshots equally close, and ADR also very, very narrow. Mystic, of course, had a great game yesterday against CSDE. I believe he top fragged while IGLing, and Slots had lots of praise for him in the winner's interview, saying he called a perfect match and giving tons of credit to him for calming the team down when they lost some rounds that maybe they should have come out on top of. Berserk, though, big credit to Anselm as well. I believe he is the IGL of his team. Berserk, we saw them against Anarchy on Train, and I believe they were losing 10-0 at the point. They did end up losing that game 13-8, and when I saw that, there were some alarm bells ringing. Of course, Berserk did start the season rather late, but it's been plain sailing since. 4 victories, including an impressive 16-14 against Project Versio on Mirage. So now, I guess all we can do is wait for this match to start. Hopefully, will not take too long. I'm seeing in chat that Leon is taller than Sam IRL. I apologize, I did not make the graphic. Alright, please send all of your complaints to Zelion. But as I said, we'll be heading to a quick intermission. Well, I hope it's a quick one. And we'll be back whenever the game is ready to go.
I feel you burn all over me. One hit of you is all I need. Baby, I need a fix. All I wanna do is let myself right next to you. I might need a few moments just to touch on you. All I wanna do is let myself right next to you. I might need a few moments just to touch on you. I feel you. You're pulling on my walls down. I've never been exposed like this before. I'm good good at shutting you out. I've always had a way of keeping closed. Beating, hiding, I've been calling out your name from the darkness, thinking it's too late. If you're faded, I've been too much on your plate. I'll keep hiding, calling out your name, calling out your name. Calling out your name. Calling out your name. Calling out your name. Beating, hiding, I've been calling out your name from the darkness, thinking it's too late. If you're faded, I've been too much on your plate. I'll keep hiding, calling out your name, calling out your name, calling out your name. Tell me how you're feeling since you got me out in the open. Now I'm ready to dive in. I know you told you it would be a slow burn. Beating, hiding, I've been calling out your name from the darkness, thinking it's too late. If you're faded, I've been too much on your plate. I'll keep hiding, calling out your name, calling out your name. Calling out your name. Calling out your name. Calling out your name. Beating, hiding, I've been calling out your name from the darkness, thinking it's too late. If you're faded, I've been too much on your plate. I'll keep hiding, calling out your name, calling out your name, calling out your name, your name, calling out your name, your name, calling out your name, calling out your name.
I wish I could tell you that I want you here with me, but you'll never love me like the way we used to be. Too far from Saturn, lost in the patterns. Where's the stars align so we could be free? Palms are sweaty, knees unsteady. I can't see my head on straight. Heart is heavy, wasn't ready. Don't think I can see your face. Now we're just friends. How long till that ends? It feels like forever away. And we're on, and we're on. It will never be enough. Now we're gone, and we're on our way.
Alright guys, I'm gonna jump back in very quickly as the veto is getting underway. I don't know if it's actually OrderZero making the bans because Twists has arrived, or if it's just because they are being forced to do it as time is passing. But we do have our first two bans, and that is Mirage and Inferno. Was expecting a Mirage ban instantly. Berserk, of course, did take down Aversio. There was a very, very impressive result. So, OrderZero probably not wanting to give them any opportunity for an upset. It's now in Berserk's field to ban, and I believe it will be getting underway Yes, it will indeed. And we have our next ban, which is Dust 2, so we'll not be seeing a repeat of yesterday's map in yesterday's matchup. Some more bans coming out now, and there's going to be a very interesting veto as Nuke and Overpass are remaining. Train has been banned, and so has Ancient. Berserk have played these maps, both of these maps, more than OrderZero. However, they are relatively close. Map has been decided, and now just waiting for the lineup to be finalized, and we will have our veto. Okay, guys, and there's gonna be a treat today. We will be going on Overpass as Nuke has been banned. Will be, I believe, just the second time this season that we will get to see the returning map. I was gonna say the latest addition to the map pool. We've of course had it for quite a while, but it is back now, and it's gonna be a great one for sure. Gonna go to a very quick intermission as the server gets set up. Hopefully will not take long for the players to ready up, and we can get this game going very, very soon. I'll see you guys in just a moment.
For the billions of fate. Stay a moment. All my walls are falling, and my heart is beating loud until I hit the ground. Will you stay around until I hit the ground? Will you stay around? Find me in the clouds until I hit the ground. Until I hit the ground. When you're leaving, can't escape the feeling. You got me spiraling down. If you hold me, maybe we can go all in, baby. I'll be yours and you'll be mine. Get me high until I hit the ground. Will you stay around? Find me in the clouds until I hit the ground. Until I hit the ground. The ground.
Trapped inside a dream. Could've sworn it used to be our home. just a moment, and every fire starts with a spark. A revolution. Stand up, 'cause we are the movement. Don't stop, straight into the dark. Wake up, 'cause this is the moment, and every fire starts with a spark. A revolution. Whispers from the past, like embers inside our souls. Truth will always last, a part of us they can't control. Stayed right there in the silence, fear is sightless, we will not conform. No, we're not backing down. Stand up, 'cause we are the movement. Don't stop, straight into the dark. Wake up, 'cause this is the moment, and every fire starts with a spark. A revolution. We are the movement. Straight into the dark. This is the moment. Straight into the dark. Revolution.
Alright guys, knife round has been concluded. It was Berserk picking it up and opting to start on the CT side. Have had a couple of pauses here. Was delayed the start for that reason. Have had another one though. Freeze time had begun, but unfortunately another one called here. So hopefully whatever the issue is can get sorted out very soon. But it will be OrderZero starting on the T side and Berserk on the CT side. As OrderZero once again with the opportunity to secure a semi-final spot with a victory today. Berserk can't play for that just yet, but can play to put themselves in a very good position for a top 2 finish. Of course, playoffs as well will be a best of 3, so we'll be testing the depth of these squads' map pools. With that pause being cancelled, we are ready to go with Berserk taking on OrderZero over on Overpass. 4 going down to the B site for Berserk on this pistol round. Doesn't seem to be the right call though, as lots of players towards this playground position early on for OrderZero. Berserk quick into water though, trying to take some information. Should have heard the players in connector, as this is, well, it's not even really an A split, it's an A take from OrderZero here. 4 players through the toilet and banana position, just sending Mystic Mind through long. And Anselm, the only defender on the site now, has Mibusta and Prez in support. But bomb gonna go down. Harrison finding the opening frag onto Mibusta there. So, man advantage for OrderZero. 5 versus 4 retake required of Berserk. 4 versus 4 now as Prez does find slots. No kit for the retake though, and with Pasha going down. And Kaz now. Prez also falling, leaving just Anselm on 5 HP. It's gonna fall as well. A 4k in the round from Harrison to kick things off. A great start to the game from him. Shutting Berserk completely out of that A site and securing a pistol for OrderZero. Of course, Harrison shouted out very often by his team at the start of the season as a player to watch out for. Yesterday was among the top 2 fraggers on his side. Of course, Mystic Mind did just edge him out ever so slightly, and across the entire server it was Shikari once again leading the way, but won't have to deal with that issue today. And Berserk unfortunately did gamble stack incorrectly in this round, sending 5 players towards that toilet position as OrderZero did just rush down B. So they'll have a free bomb plant, and Berserk now realize that they have headed to the wrong side. Basically a full save from Berserk though, just an upgraded pistol on Kazuto. Yet to be seen if he can find any damage with it. No damage done in the round to any player just yet actually. OrderZero maybe would have held on a bit more to buy AKs if they had known that Berserk would not be forcing here. However, as things stand, all 10 players seemingly going to survive in the round. Berserk content to try and wait out the clock here and see if they can find any exits. OrderZero not looking to give anything to them though. 4 players in T-spawn. And just Supreme over towards Fountain. So all 10 players staying alive in a quite uneventful round too. I believe this is the most uneventful round we've had all season. All 10 players staying alive and just the bomb going down uncontested. But off the back of that, Berserk will be in with a buy in this round. It's not the prettiest of buys, but it is 4 rifles. And Kazuto picked up the 5.7 in the previous round. Unable to get an M4, will have to be content with the FAMAS here. No kit once again for the CTs, so they'll have to do everything in their power to try and deny a bomb plant. Will have the firepower advantage though, as the 2 SMGs and 3 Galils of OrderZero will be at a disadvantage in these engagements. Over 4 players towards the A site. Bomb is lingering around playground. Will start to make its way over towards party now. And TwistGod actually gonna be the first to fall. 2 players set up on long. Not expecting Leon after finding the dink onto Prez. But that has allowed the rest of OrderZero to make their way onto the A site here. And Supreme gonna catch Prez, trying to rotate back onto the site. And Bomb will go down. So Hasha finding Mystic Mind now, but the retake is required. And once again, no kit on the CT side. But Ansem, a great peek, does find the frag onto Supreme, spots the second, and Medusa taking down Harrison, also finding the final frag on slots. So Berserk, the firepower advantage, working wonders as they find all 5 frags in the round, keeping 4 of their own players alive. Kaz might be looking for an upgrade to his rifle here and will indeed pick up the M4 on long. So in the first gun round, Berserk able to make use of their better weaponry. OrderZero though 3 bomb plants in 3 rounds, so they will be able to have a buy here for sure, and it will be the AKs and then up onto TwistGod. TwistGod missed quite a few shots yesterday, and he messaged me today on Discord and he said he will be giving us a show indeed. Definitely gave us a bit of a delay, no fault of his own of course, and a Malta cutting his power, but he's gonna be raring to go. AWP in hand, what can he do with it here? Positioned towards Monster with that op. No CT is gonna peek him just yet. Mystic quick down into connector as well. No CTs contesting this though. And a very slow round from both of these sides. Nobody wants to be the one to make the incorrect peek and give the opener. Asha though in an awkward position, unable to find the frag. Lots of damage onto slots, but man advantage does go with OrderZero, and now space to move around the map as Mystic Mind starts to make his way out of connector. Bomb is going long. 2 players in support as well. Berserk unaware that it is going to be an A hit just yet. Only Anselm on that A site. Closest player is Prez here in this heaven position. And Leon, Anselm going down to the AWP of Twist. And the A site now open. Prez trying to make his way back quickly, but site has been lost. And OrderZero for the 4th round in a row do secure a bomb plant. And Slot somehow still alive, not falling over there. Just 10 HP though. As Berserk do call the save. And it is going to be a 3rd round for OrderZero. Separ does find the frag onto Mystic though, so able to hold on to his M4 for the time being, and it doesn't look like OrderZero are too keen on hunting. Of course, having lost a round there, not on the best economy themselves, so staying alive with 4 will allow them to start building a bit of bank. Berserk do lose the round, but keeping 3 guns alive into the next will allow them to be competitive here. Tasha could definitely buy as well and will indeed M4 for him. And a dropped rifle over to Anselm means that Berserk will be back in with a buy in round 5 here. Ooh, some team damage early onto Hasha there. Perhaps not the biggest issue over on the CT side, as the AKs always have that headshot potential. However, still not nice to take that little bit of damage for free. Slots quick out of connector onto Banana here. Mystic in support behind him, and the quick play will allow him to catch Prez, rotating back onto the side. Just Ansem now in this toilet position. Finds the first onto Harrison. Has 2 more to deal with. And will fall to his god with that AWP. 2 for 2 so far. Berserk 4 versus 3 retake required of them. Man disadvantage as OrderZero do once again get the bomb plant. Able to plant the bomb in all 5 rounds so far. Berserk really struggling to hold on to these bomb sites. And the slow rotate from Hasha here. Bomb is around a third ticked. But as Mibusta finds that frag, 3 versus 3 now, Berserk might want to go for this. Flash onto Supreme is good and does find the kill onto Mibusta. Don't even think he was aiming for him. Kaz quick with the trade, but 2 versus 2 now. Such low HP on these CTs. But it's gonna be Kaz finding the frag. Hasha will go down in the smoke though, and Kazuto will find the final frag onto Twist, but wasted enough time, and Kaz slow on HP will also go down to the bomb here. So all 10 players fall in round 6 as OrderZero take the lead. Sorry, it was round 5, they're going into round 6 now. A valiant attempt from Berserk, but just left it a little too late in the round. And unfortunately for them, their retake efforts will bear no fruits. All 5 players falling. Have to force into this round 2 SMGs, a shotgun, and a couple of upgraded pistols. As OrderZero with that bomb plant will be able to have a full buy. Looks like it's gonna be fast B from OrderZero here. Bomb already in Monster. And the dualies of Hasha on short gonna get taken down by this Monster aggression. Prez over in this awkward angle does find the headshot onto Slots, looking for a second, but Mystic gonna take him down as Medusa does get caught from Harrison, not spotting him on that headshot angle. And Sam will find the frag though, and 3 versus 2. Shotgun of Kaz is not ready in time though, and Supreme will find the frag, leaving just Ansem, who will go down to Two's God, who's having a great start over on Overpass here. 5 and 2, tied in terms of kills with Harrison, also having 5 and 3. Harrison though, interestingly, 4 of those frags coming in the first round, only finding a single kill in the following 6. His team have been picking up the pieces for him very well though, as OrderZero do have a 4-round lead here, and it's starting to look like a bit of a one-sided affair over on Overpass. Berserk do have the buy of their own now. They were very effective in that first buy round over on round 3. So they'll need to start stringing some things together here. Fight their way back into this game. Connector door is open, and Mibusta in that heaven position is gonna find 2 kills actually. Take down Slots and able to find Mystic with the headshot. Great start to the round for Berserk. 2-man advantage here. OrderZero left scratching their heads as to how 2 of these players have gone down without any info either being traded. Harrison and Supreme getting ready outside of this B site. Prez going aggressive though, is gonna get punished for a twist from Connector, finding the frag. And perhaps a way back into this round for OrderZero. Molly towards Toxic there. As Swiss God does begin to line up more utility. Mibusta, awkward position on site, does need to land this first shot with his AWP. And the double stack from these CTs does allow Hasha to find the first frag. However, Mibusta and Leon gonna go down. So just Hasha stranded on this site. Because far away on the rotate, and as Hasha goes down, OrderZero have somehow ripped this bomb site wide open. Too many kills gone unresponded from Berserk, and that 2-man advantage at the beginning of the round seems to have made no difference, as Kazuto in the 1 versus 2 here will require a clutch to keep his team in this half. Nate towards Harris is going to do lots of damage. Does find Supreme as well, so doable now. Low HP, but the headshot from Harrison down to 8 HP. Cool as you like though, securing the 1 versus 1 clutch. A 4k in the round from him. must have heard my comments about the low frags in the resulting rounds and responds excellently. A 4K there, securing the clutch and the 6th round for OrderZero. Berserk probably be a bit frustrated there. Did have the 2-man advantage, and the aggression from Prez towards water was punished. Also then on the bomb site, did seem like it was all under control with the opener of Hasha, but Anselm and I believe Mibusta going down unresponded. Tactical timeout from Berserk just to talk things over here. Of course, not the greatest of starts over on the CT side of Overpass. Just 1 round to show for it after 7 rounds of play. They were in a similar situation against Anarchy over on Train. I believe it was an even worse start to that game. It was 8-0. And they did fight their way back. Did lose it in the end, but did make it competitive. It was a 13-8 scoreline. So, cannot count Berserk out of it just yet. But OrderZero, they're really looking to lock in this semi-final berth as quickly as possible. A win here would see them go 6-0, flawless in all of their matches so far. And Mystic going to start round 8 perfectly for them. Does find Anselm. Hasha quick on the refrag though. Does take a lot of damage for his trouble. And the HP advantage does linger ever so slightly in OrderZero favor. Of course, a 4v4 will also favor the T side here, as they can spread those CTs across the bomb sites. 2 players for Berserk over in water here though. Hesha and Mibusta with forward positions, but it's not gonna matter as the bomb is making its way over towards this A side. Kaz holding a bit of an awkward angle, is gonna get checked by Harrison and will go down. Just Prez with the MP9 on site to hold on here as his teammates have to rotate quickly. Bomb is once again planted. And I think that is every single round this game that the bomb has been planted. Mystic gonna take down Snake Power, leaving just Hasha and Prez left. Prez looking for a kill with this MP9 is gonna find his own death instead. Supreme taking him down, and Hasha looking the wrong way is gonna get caught out by Harrison. So 7-1 for OrderZero here as Berserk really struggling to prevent the T's from getting onto these bomb sites. Harrison 11-3 now, definitely heard my comments early on, making me eat my words here. A very dominant display from him. Definitely leading the way for his team, followed by TwizGod, who is 6-3, doing good work with this AWP and a definite step up from yesterday where he really struggled over against CSDE. Berserk boost is a good idea, almost finds the frag onto slots, but unable to land that headshot. Will just be the tag damage instead. Some more damage also done by a CT pushing out of connector. But Slots ready for the swing of Mibusta. Finds the opening frag, finds a second. Great headshot onto Prez. Hasha with a kill of his own in response. And a couple of CTs going aggressive towards Fountain here. Kaz will take down Harrison. Supreme left to compete with Anselm though. And Hasha does catch Slots. And Anselm all of a sudden finding Supreme. So TwizGod left in the 1 versus 2 as the pistols from Berserk come alive and do so much damage. Over TwizGod with this AWP bomb picked up now, minute on the clock, has a lot he can do in this round. It's Berserk forced to split 1 and 1 on these bomb sites. AKs have been recovered though, so TwizGod, unless he wants to swap his gun over towards Fountain, will have to land 2 crisp shots here. He's gonna make some noise towards long, might get caught out by Anselm, definitely being heard now. Likes to use the Deagle instead, but not expecting a CT player in long. And Berserk, with the pistols of all things, able to find a second round here. Half has already been won for OrderZero, but Berserk starting to try and pick the pieces back together, making it a bit of a competitive affair. Would really like a 7-5 half, of course, to then try and convert that pistol and get it as close as possible. one thing they have had going for them on this CT side is that they have kept it close in these rounds. So OrderZero will have a buy here, but if Berserk can deny a bomb plant, which has been a very difficult task so far, will be able to send OrderZero onto a bit of a weaker buy. And aggressive play towards water from the two CTs will catch slots. Man advantage for Berserk. Off the back of that, OrderZero looking to go quickly towards this A site. Double op setup for the CTs. This Anselm and Mibusta, both of the oppers on this A site, as Anselm finds the first frag. Harrison looking to find the frag off his own towards the site. Not gonna be given that, but bomb will go down in the smoke, and Mibusta combat op will find 2 frags. Couple of headshots on that third frag from Mibusta. Excellent play from him. Bomb didn't even go down there, so terrific play from the opper for Berserk. And they will secure a third round here, forcing OrderZero onto the pistols. It's definitely a contender for a highlight of the week. 3 quick kills with the combat opping setup. Very aggressive from Mibusta. Great to see that, despite the heavy scoreline in favor of the T's, Berserk not losing their confidence. And it's gonna be quick towards the B site from the T's here. Miss Molly will allow them to get onto pillar, and it will be Mibusta going down for that. Kaz also getting caught in short. And Miss Molly really going to make them pay. And Prez on the reload getting caught as well. So just Ansem and Tasha left. Tasha from this monster position. But the T's have pushed so far forward. Berserk forced into a very awkward position. Tasha does hear the reload and does find the frag. Gonna smoke the bomb. And looking for the defuse here. Is sticking the bomb. Mystic spamming through the smoke and does just find the Tasha in the nick of time. So Ansem left in the 3 versus 1. Opts to save this AWP. And the pistols for OrderZero off the back of a missed piece of utility from Berserk are gonna allow them to secure an 8 here going into the final round of the half. Mystic will go down to the bomb, no problem though, as they will have more than enough money to invest into this final round. Berserk, if they're gonna review this demo, there's gonna be such a frustrating missed piece of utility from them. Had it landed, would have denied those T's from pushing onto the side, but as it stood, 2 players going down for free and Berserk unable to do anything on the retake, unfortunately. Still have a 4th round to play for here. Saved AWP and a bit of economy built up. Does mean they will have a full buy into this final round of the first half. Quick boost forecast here. Could catch the T's. It's gonna be flashed off. Just try to spam. Doesn't find anything though. And Sloth so quick on short. Will get punished by Hasha though. Holding the angle well. And able to fall back onto the side. So man advantage taken by Berserk early on. We saw them with a 2-man advantage earlier in this half though, that didn't pay dividends for them. So definitely not out of the woodworks just yet. However, the stack towards B side is the correct play, as 3 of these OrderZero players waiting outside of Monster. It's actually Twist God made his way onto short as well. Just Mystic Mind lurking towards toilets there. Perez able to find Twist God though. And Hasha also taking down Harrison. Supreme did find one of his own in the meantime. But the other frags by Berserk does mean that Mystic has to forfeit his lurk. And will have to start to make his way to connector. Now does get spotted immediately through Bemusta. Almost going down. He's just gonna fall back onto the side. Opts to play with his teammates. And Tasha from Toxic does spot the Monster player. So OrderZero, 35 seconds left on the clock. A molly and a nade to take this bomb site. And Kaz should have seen and does see the player there is gonna take a lot of damage though. So 2 of these CTs so low on HP. 25 seconds left. And Tasha headshot onto Mystic, leaving just Supreme. And Kaz is gonna find that frag. So Berserk, all things considered, do pick up 3 out of the last 4. Definitely could have been 4, losing only to the pistols. But crawling their way back into this game slowly. And the pistol here would really open the door for a comeback. I just want to take a look at the scoreboard quickly. Harrison, really hard carrying, it has to be said. OrderZero on that T side. 13 kills to his name. The closest behind him was Supreme, but the closest in terms of damage was Slots, and even then over 500 damage away. So Harrison really leading the charge for OrderZero. more of an even affair over on Berserk, but Hasha, Snail Power, and Leon, the three in front. On the T side now, Berserk will find the first frag. Slots caught on that boosted position, and it does look like he's going to be fast onto the B side. Ansem shutting down the dualies of Mystic, but Toxic not being checked, and a couple of frags, including one from the heaven position, mean that OrderZero temporarily had the man advantage, but Snail Power and Prez in the 2 versus 3 combine for a flurry of flags, and Berserk pick up super important pistol there. No bomb plant for them, but the round and the resulting force here. 3 SMGs with full kits of utility, 4 SMGs actually, and Prez likely to do the same. Actually does opt for the Galil, the only rifle in the round, unless one of his teammates are going to sell, and it will be 4 MAC-10s on the T side, so it could definitely be a very, very quick round here. Lots of utility, as OrderZero won't force the issue, content to play with pistols in this round, going aggressive themselves. And Berserk gonna have to be careful here. Slots making his way up connector, and they're gonna be walking into a stack on this A side. Prez does find Slots, so Lurk has been dealt with, but all 4 remaining CTs on this A side. Hasha will find Mystic, and Snail Power swapping to the dualies, taking down the dumpster player. Some more frags with the SMGs coming out for the remaining T players. And it is a flawless round from Berserk. Lots of money made as well with the MAC-10s. Of course, a full save almost from OrderZero. Not much expected there. And they will have a very, very good buy here. I say that 2 SMGs, full utility on them though. TwistGod able to get that glass cannon AWP. No armor, just the big green and his aim. 4 SMGs remain for Berserk. Prez with this rifle gonna get mollied off this position. Harrison might have heard that, but it's gonna be Mibusta finding the first frag. Slots good for 2 though before before Hasha finally shuts him down. As just TwistGod all of a sudden left on this B site. Connector players though rotating down towards this B site now. Hasha is watching the angle, but nobody really pushing here, and Prez with the lurk, but Harrison lying in wait at the bottom of connector. And look at this lurk from Supreme. He's gone all the way back through T-spawn. Kaz holding a very good angle in that tunnel though. Might still be able to catch him out. It's all timing here. And Kaz will fall to Supreme. Hasha looks the wrong way, and Harrison off the back of his teammate will be able to find the distracted Hasha, leaving just Prez in the 3 versus 1. A great bit of team play there. As Prez left alone. 35 seconds left on the clock, but bomb has been dropped. 3 kills to find if he is to secure this round, as the clock ticks ever closer to 0. 25 seconds now. Lots of utility on Prez, so might save actually into the next round. Not a lot of time left. 15 seconds, and if he's gonna go, he's gonna have to go now. TwistGod just look away at just the wrong time, so perhaps for Prez something to play with in this round, but does take a peek. Doesn't work out for him, and has decided he's gonna try and save, but don't know if he will be allowed to save by the rushing CTs here. Auto Director did take us away from the action. A bit of T-tours there, but Prez able to hang on to his life and his rifles. And his utility, I should say. 9-6 though, OrderZero with the buy round back into it. Was perhaps a bit of a free round there for Berserk with 4 MAC-10s, but still OrderZero inching ever closer to round number 13. Four players towards playground for Berserk in this round. But aggressive from Harrison's not gonna pay off. Will get shut down, and the top fragger for OrderZero does fall, leaving it up to his teammates to pick up the pieces here. As we said in the first half though, OrderZero very good in these Man disadvantage situations, able to convert 2 of them before. Have to do it a third time here to secure double digits. And Supreme once again with the lurk. Just about gets caught by Kaz there, almost didn't pay off. And lots of kills being traded over on the A side. It was Twist to open, and Slots now with the M4 finding 2 of his own. It will be Mibusa though to shut him down. 2 versus 1 now, but such low HP on these remaining T players. Mystic has made his position known, but has the right weapon for the situation. The MP9 for these close quarters engagements, and will find the first onto Snail Power. So just Kazuto low on HP, and Mystic with the MP9 secures a 2 versus 1 and secures double digits for OrderZero. 3 rounds away now from securing a 6th win and a semi-final spot in Season 3 of the MCL here. Berserk frustrating once again. They catch the lurker, they catch the Opera on site, but Slots from the truck position able to find 2 frags and does so much damage. And then Mystic with the MP9, cool as you like, carrying on. Perhaps not hitting as many shots as yesterday, but carrying on a great form and securing an important round when it counts. Quick play from Berserk here to the B site. Kills will be traded. Mystic does go down after the first frag, and Hasha finding Twist in Toxic. Slots frag of his own and cannot take the bomb down just yet. Has to look towards short and will find that frag actually. And Press taking down Slots. So after a lot of work from Hasha and the deagle kill from Slots, Berserk find themselves with a 2-man advantage and some on borrowed time though. Just 1 HP. Hasha very low as well, 37. Just Prez with a bit of HP left, and it is Harrison, the man of the hour, alive in the 1 versus 3. And it does definitely look like he's gonna go for this. Interesting, doesn't have a lot of money. And that bomb more than half ticked now, so he's really gonna have to go. And has retreated instead towards the CT position, and it will be a save here. As the pistols once again, no matter which side, has been doing a lot and a lot of heavy lifting. So many pistol rounds converted for both of these teams. And Berserk will be able to save 2 rifles, get the bomb plant, and also save a lot of cash. So a great round for them, as it will be just Harrison with a rifle in this round for OrderZero. 3 MP9s and a deagle onto Twist God, but they're confident OrderZero. They full forced into this. They believe that even with limited firepower they can secure this round. Berserk, a very good opportunity to completely reset them economically and put themselves in pole position to also secure a 9. Quick into water from the CTs this time. Berserk gonna have to be careful. It is the bomb lying in wait over there. Was pressed to spot out these players. And Twist spamming with this deagle through the smoke. No kills just yet. And this deagle so dangerous if it just catches a headshot through the smoke. Immediately will take a weapon and a man away from Berserk in round 18 here. But both teams now, after the initial aggression, playing perhaps a bit more slowly. Supreme still in quite an advanced position. The flash will force him into a bit of an off angle there, and Hasha very good catching Slots towards that headshot position, allowing the connector player to make their way out towards water as they start to creep closer and closer towards this B site. 2 players for Berserk coming out of Monster here. Utility over towards Toxic as Twist God will go down as well. 5 versus 3 now. Harrison off the site with his M4, but Supreme falling does find Hasha. Mystic will go down in the meantime though. And as it was Mystic going down, Berserk knew there was one more player lingering in that position. And Kaz headshot onto Harrison, denying any further damage into this round as Berserk secure a very important 8. And OrderZero find themselves with no guns and no money. So an eco definitely on the cards here as loss bonus. Not really built up either. And credit to Berserk, have forced OrderZero into a very uncomfortable situation here. And should definitely be securing a 9th round. Unless the upgraded pistols of OrderZero have anything to say about it. 4 players quick into connector from OrderZero. Trying to catch off the CTs, but only 1 kill going in their favor as Mibusta gonna find a couple of frags, and this Anselm shutting down Harrison on long, leaving just Supreme. Medusa still has to deal with him here, not out of the woods just yet. And Supreme will actually catch Medusa out, not suffering any damage as well. Picks up the AK now, and Berserk trying to deny him, saving this, but it's actually going to be quite expensive here, as Kaz will go down before Anselm finally takes Supreme out of the round. So 3 kills for OrderZero. No rifles saved, unfortunately, for them, but a lot of damage done to the T side. 10-9 though, and just 1 round separates these two sides. The closest we've been this game since round 3, I believe, when Berserk did pick up that initial gun round. Since then, it has just been all OrderZero, but round by round, Berserk have fought their way back into this match. Big credit to them. In the pre-season interview, they did mention that in earlier tournaments this year, they had very disappointing showings, and they really wanted to make their mark in the MCL Season 3. They've done it so far, they've secured playoffs, and now they are currently just 1 round away from tying up the score against the league leaders of OrderZero. So a big game over on Overpass. It's been a very entertaining game as well so far. There's almost nothing separating these two sides in round 20 here. Supreme forced into connector with that molly, but it's been very quiet on all fronts from the CTs, not trying to go aggressive, and the T's very limited information to play off on the back of that. But Kaz does catch Twist God as he does go a bit aggressive, and Supreme making noise in connector. Anselm will molly him off. And with Twist God going down, Mystic trying to go a bit aggressive himself. The CT is trying to recuperate something in this round. 35 seconds now, actually. Clock is beginning to run down a little as Berserk will have to start to make their move. Slot's gonna get taken down by Bimusa as this A site begins to open. Bomb will go down, and Mibusta also taking down Harrison. So low HP on 3 key players, but no frags, as Ansem also finding Mystic. Supreme with the nade, able to finally find 1 frag of his own, but position is known over towards bank or dumpster. And with that bomb down in a 4 versus 1, not much he can do here, and it really feels like Berserk have secured the 10th round here. Bomb half ticked now, as Supreme does look to hold on to that rifle, it seems. Prez not gonna let him though in that B site, as Supreme in a rock and a hard place here, and it will be Prez indeed with the early lurk onto B site, catching him, not allowing OrderZero to save any weapons going into round 21. Ansem did go down to the bomb there, funnily enough, at the end of the round, but more than enough money for Berserk to reinvest into the round here. Money situation still isn't very comfortable for OrderZero. We'll see an SMG for Mystic, a shotgun for Slots, and a bit of a scrappy buy overall, but no kits, no utility whatsoever. And just a lot of players heading towards Playground early on in this round. Full buy for Berserk, and the first opportunity to take the lead in this game. Hasha has to be careful here, does have 2 players. The close SMG will catch him. Lots of damage done onto Harrison, but Supreme, a great position. Prez though, out of connector, finding 2 frags, and turns the tides of this round. Man advantage swaps over towards the T side, and Prez, cool as you like, headshot onto Harrison, 3rd kill in the round for him. And could potentially find a 4th here. But Mystic opts to go towards bank instead. And now Prez all of a sudden could fall to Supreme's flank actually, has to be careful. Don't know if Supreme spotted him actually, and just opted to leave him alive. Doesn't feel like it. And Mystic now making his way onto the side. Very awkward positions, but Prez 4th kill in the round, as it is just Supreme left over towards toilets here. And Sam will spot him out and will find the final frag. So Berserk, for the first time in this game, do snatch the lead away from OrderZero. And regardless of how this game goes, we are going to see at least, I believe, 24 rounds. A technical pause now coming out. Not sure who that has been called from. But maybe something of note in this game. Supreme and Harrison leading the way in terms of frags for OrderZero. The rest of the team lagging a bit behind. Over on the Berserk side, it's been much more of an even affair. And that perhaps could be the reason why we are seeing Berserk now in the lead. A lot more team play coming out, rather than the individual shining on the OrderZero side. Technical pause has been cancelled and game will resume. Round 22 here, Berserk find themselves in the lead for the first time. Can they hold on to it? As for what feels like the first time in forever, OrderZero will come into this round with a full buy. I say that Mystic once again though with the SMG, so not 100% either, but still more than enough to be competitive in round 22 here. Quick utility and very quick aggression over towards Fountain here, looking to try and catch the T's, but OrderZero going to suffer a lot of utility damage for it, but Slots finding the first frag onto Ansem, and Harrison with another, but 2 kills traded immediately back, so 3 versus 3 with almost no time gone in the round. It's gonna make it very awkward for the CTs here. They're gonna have to go aggressive or they're gonna have to commit to one of these bomb sites. Berserk is, well, not the simplest situation. 3 versus 3 now. They know that there must be an open play somewhere towards this B site. Might not be aware of the SMG of Mystic though. 3 smokes over on the T side, so can definitely have a full take towards a bomb site, and it does look like that bomb site is going to be bomb site B. Twist got perfect position, but does get taken down by Kaz. That's such a good trade for Berserk, and is going to be quick onto the B site. Supreme looking to walk his way into Monster, might not be expected by the CTs, and Mystic over towards ABC. That's such a good nade onto Hasha, gonna soften him up so much, but Kaz so much damage as well, really needs this frag and does find it. Low HP on both of the remaining players here, and the reload might cost him. Does indeed. Gun not ready in time, and Mystic in the 1 versus 1 once again secures a crucial clutch for OrderZero, and the game is tied up 11-11. I'm not sure if Kaz was out of ammo there, but definitely a miscue to reload the AK if he had some bullets left in the chamber. Mystic was so low on HP. Once again, maybe not leading the scoreboard in terms of kills, but 2 clutches now at least for OrderZero to keep them in this match. And regardless of what happens, we will require all rounds of regulation to find a winner today. Medusa could find the first frag onto Supreme, who went aggressive into connect there, so something to work with for Berserk in this round. The aggression punished, and the bomb picked up by the T's now as they do begin to venture towards this toilet position. Kaz posted outside the nightclub just waiting for any lurkers, but it doesn't look like the CTs are going to lurk. Mystic the furthest player forward, and he is just holding strong outside of Monster. Twist over towards Long with this op, has opted for the right side. He will have 3 players to contend with if all the T's on that side of the map do opt to go for Long, and some op of his own for the duel, and will find Twist. A great shot from him, opening up that Long position. Harrison picking up the op though, taking down Mebusta and taking down the bomb, so information gathered by the CTs. However, 2 of them still over towards this B side. 30 seconds left on the clock, and Kaz once again getting caught with utility in his hand. Awkward position for Press here, trapped a bit on short, and all the remaining CTs making their way onto the B side with 15 seconds left. Berserk have forced their hand to commit to this B side, and will be answering, finding the first. Press with a second, just Harrison left. And somehow it wasn't just Harrison left, it was Slots. Prez so crucial there towards the tail end of the round, finding 2 kills and securing match point for Berserk. Wow. What an end to round 23 there. It definitely looked like OrderZero were in a more favorable position. They forced Berserk to press onto the B side with just 15 seconds left. All 3 players were on the B side as well, but they just couldn't deal with Prez from short. And Berserk will have one opportunity to secure a victory against the league leaders today, as OrderZero have to play for overtime now. Would not be the first time Berserk will play overtime against a top tier team if OrderZero are able to secure this round, of course. Securing 16-14 victory against Project Aversio on Mirage earlier in the season, but it really feels like Berserk are in a bit of a flow state here. And if they are gonna do it, it's definitely not gonna be as easy as in this round. Very scrappy buy from OrderZero. Just what they could afford, really. 1 kit on slots, another on Mystic. Just 2 nades, a smoke, and a molly. So 1 minute left on the clock, and Berserk perhaps feeling the nerves a little in this round, not wanting to give up anything. And the molly from Supreme should allow them to know that there is a player towards that toilet position, and Anselm will catch him. Who's got not an op this time, just a scout, but with the faster movement speed of that weapon could do something, and it's gonna be a fast A hit from Berserk now. Harrison though catching Prez with a nade in his hand, so 4 versus 4. Hesha's gonna go through the smoke, is flashed for the time being, but will find the truck player, also finding Dumpster, but slots 2 kills of his own. And we are still locked in at 2 versus 2 now, even numbers. Slots so low on HP, and that bomb will finally go down. Mibusta and Kaz versus Slots and Mystic. And both of these players in dumpsters. Mibusta gonna find the first. So just Mystic, he has to clutch once again. Finds the first. 1 versus 1. Kaz versus Mystic here. Mystic has bailed out OrderZero time and time again this game. Needs to do it one more time, or it will be Berserk, the first team to secure a victory against OrderZero. And Mystic, once again, cool as you like in the clutch, does find the frag, secures a 12 for OrderZero, and we are gonna go to overtime. And take a look at the scoreboard there. Mystic Mind, bottom in terms of damage, but so crucial for OrderZero. Clutched 3 rounds in this game, and he really was the player keeping them in it when the times got rough. Berserk gonna feel so frustrated there. Was their best chance to close out the match, and now do require 4 out of 6. Just for those unaware, it is first to 16. Will be 3 rounds on each side for these teams if required, and if both of these teams able to find 3 rounds from these 6, we will go to a second overtime. Definitely feels like we could head there with how close these teams have been today. Mystic though, gonna go down first. Slots though, 2 kills of his own in reply, and OrderZero have a man advantage. Gonna change the HUD really quickly, as has swapped the sides incorrectly. There we go, back as it should be. Prez quiet in the corner there, does find twists on the rotate. 3 versus 3 once again. Harrison with the AUG, first time we're seeing it this game. Quite an awkward weapon. 2 of these CT players down on this B side. Berserk do have time to rotate, and with a player in connector now, definitely feels like they might be thinking about it. 50 seconds on the clock. A slot starts to peek around that monster position. Not gonna spot anything just yet. 40 seconds now. And where are Berserk gonna end this round? Prez with the bomb, making his way up towards Banana. Already has Anselm in front of him. And that smoke. Not selling the fake on the B side whatsoever. Harrison has gone in support with Supreme over on the A side. 15 seconds left. Berserk running the clock down once again. Very close. And they're gonna have to go, and it's gonna be Leon to fall. Sniparo does find Harrison, but Prez needs to find this frag and needs to get the bomb down. Does he have time? Just about gets it down in the nick of time, so Slots now required to follow in his steps with the clutch, finds the first, down to 6 HP though, needs the headshot onto Mibusta, and Mibusta tucked away in the corner here, not gonna give him anything. Does tap the bomb. Mibusta realizes he has to peek, does find the frag, and Berserk probably wishing they could have done that 1 round prior, but Mibusta leading the way for his side secures the first round of overtime. 3 more required for Berserk, and 2 more at least to secure a second overtime here. Not a single player on the Berserk side has a negative KD. A great team effort from them, and definitely required if they are going to best OrderZero. Already had an opportunity to do it so far, and fighting for another opportunity this round. TwistGod though, gonna draw first blood this round, taking down Kazuto. Prez in connector. Fighting with Supreme, but Ansem has made his way into party now, and this is gonna call that over towards his teammates. Lots of damage being done onto these T's though. And Supreme still lingering around this toilet position, gonna catch Hasha and party. So a 3 versus 5, sorry, for OrderZero. And Prez low on HP, softened up for this M4 of Supreme. Mibusta with this bomb might get spotted here. Does spot slots instead. Info for both of these sides. 3 CTs over on the B side. Smoke deployed over towards short. Gonna delay any potential push. And snail power. Mibusta, sorry, what a kill to find. The full HP TwistGod with the op. Harrison does have an op of his own though. It's not the first time he has picked it up, but this is the first time with a double up setup, and Berserk now aware of that fact as Ansem will get taken down. 20 seconds left on the clock, and Mystic with the headshot onto Mibusta, leaving just Prez in the round, and Slots from that toxic position does find the frag, and the game is once again tied up 13-13. Last round of this first half of overtime 1, and Berserk it's not slipping away from them just yet, but it's gonna be a very tall task on that CT side to ensure that they stay in the game and secure it. They struggled so much early on in the game, if you remember, only winning 4 rounds on their CT side, 3 of which came in the final 4 of the half. So they'd love a second T round here in the first half of overtime, and it looks like it's going to be fast towards the B side. They ran down the clock. 3 rounds in a row. Didn't work out for them 2 of the occasions. And now already positioned outside of this B side. Only 2 CTs over here for the time being, so definitely would be the correct call. And Mibusta catching Twist. Big frag to find. Still a couple of players on this B side though. Berserk have to go quickly if they want to beat these rotations. Molly not going to force out Mystic Mind just yet. Does walk ahead anyways, and Prez with the op gonna take him down. Supreme from heaven does find the first though for the teams in this round, but Prez, what a wall bank headshot flick onto Supreme. 4 versus 2 now. That Slots does make it 3 versus 2, but Prez with a 3rd kill in the round on that op, leaving just Harrison 1 versus 3 with an AWP of his own. We'll have to go for it. Nothing to save in this round. But Berserk doesn't feel like they're gonna give it to him. Does find the first, but Hasha not gonna let him find the second. And Berserk with that crucial second tier round that we were talking about. 2 to win, 1 more to secure a second overtime. OrderZero can still, of course, secure a victory themselves. Would need all 3 T-side rounds here. And what a game Overpass has turned out to be. Second round of overtime. Second half, sorry, of overtime underway now, and Berserk gonna have to try and find some of that form they had towards the end of the first half of regulation to take this game over the line. Once again, the magic number is now 16. And a couple of Berserk players going to take a walk through Monster here, looking for information early on, waiting actually just behind the smoke. Walking through that smoke now will give them a lot of information, as it is going to be an A hit from OrderZero. Bomb is in long with 2 players in support, and an unlucky shot there for Berserk, taking Twisgod all the way down to just 1 HP. But with that AWP in hand, doesn't really matter. Ansem though, good as you like onto Supreme, finds the frag, finds the opener. And off the back of that, OrderZero actually thinking about heading towards the B site, and this might cost Berserk as they've completely rotated off the site now. A very, very aggressive push from the lurkers, and it's just Kaz over towards Heaven as OrderZero will go towards this B site, and Tasha's gonna be crucial from Connector, and perhaps too fast on the rotate. Ansem though, another frag onto Mystic. Low HP on a couple of these remaining players, and the nade will find Leon. Slots though, will find Twist. Slots did find the frag, but not enough, as Hasha did shift his way out from short, and Berserk secure a 15, meaning that they have at least double overtime and 2 opportunities to secure victory over here. Who would have seen this coming? I personally, in the predictor match over on Discord, had OrderZero locked to take this game, but Berserk showing that they are here to play, and they could really be a force to be reckoned with in the playoffs. And it's not even that they've really shown on one map, they've been so good on so many different maps. They made it close on Train, they bested the Versio on Mirage. Looks like they could secure a victory here on Overpass against the infallible OrderZero so far. And really making a case for themselves going in to the last couple of game weeks here. OrderZero though not out of it just yet. We know how good they can be. But Ansem showing us just how good he has been this game. 20 and 16, 3 kills in the previous round for him, and Hasha onto Slots, meaning that Berserk going to have to do it in a, OrderZero gonna have to do it in a 3 versus 5. Bomb all the way back on Twisgod, looking towards Monster. As they will start to make their way here. Mid shot from Twisgod. Hasha able to make his way back onto the site. And Berserk able to get 3 men in support. Hasha finding one before going down, maintaining a 2-man advantage. Harrison also low on HP now. And Sam confidently trying to peek his way through the smoke. As Supreme also tagged low. Prez looking for the frag here, is gonna walk through the molly, and they're so confident, these Berserk boys. Prez finding Supreme and Kaz with the final frag. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Berserk finding the first victory of the season against OrderZero. Sorry, I should say OrderZero suffering their first defeat against Berserk, who pick up their 5th victory of the season. What a game from them. Overtime once again required, but they get it done. And definitely gonna try and get one of the Berserk guys for a post-game interview. What a match. So stay tuned. We'll be back right after a short break. for Mike. All right, guys, I'm here. I am joined by Ansem himself. First off, congratulations. You are the first team to beat OrderZero. That is quite the accolade. They have been infallible so far, but you have somehow cracked the code on Overpass. You needed overtime, and it did get a bit dicey at times. We saw Mystic, of course, with 3 clutches, but you did secure it in the end. So what are your first impressions? Talk me through how you guys are feeling right now.
I mean, first impressions. I guess it was a very close game. Closer. We thought it would be close as it was. First to beat them, we wanted this. It couldn't have been against a better team, I think, due to the CS2 beef, I guess. But overall, it was a very good game. So congrats to OrderZero, first of all.
Yes, well, you are now 5-1. You have tied them actually in terms of maps now. They're 5-1, you're 5-1. They were gunning for a semi-final, so they definitely were going all out. But you guys really, really had a performance to be proud of. I remember when we had the media day and we had that interview, and I asked you guys, what is Berserk's goals for this season? You mentioned that in some previous tournaments that happened earlier this year, it didn't go the way you guys wanted. You felt like you didn't have the performances showing your level. And I had to be honest, when we started MCL Season 3 here, you really struggled on train against Anarchy. You did at the end pick up a few rounds, but I felt a bit that, are we going to see more of the same? But I couldn't have been more wrong. You guys are now 5 on the bounce, and a 6th win on the final game week will secure you a semi-final berth. So what changed from those previous tournaments and maybe even game week 1 going into the rest of the matches here?
I think what changed was, so except ECA, the second sort of major tournament was MCL. Playing against local teams, sort of expectations. I think first game it just got to us. Besides the map, we hardly struggled on T side, and on CT we sort of were gaining our confidence back. So from that first game, we just knew that it wasn't us. This does not represent us, although we played quite bad on T side. And obviously OrderZero still need to play against Anarchy, which are first, and we just need to play against Pigeon Baguette. So even though they were 5-0 and we were 5-1, they didn't play the team we lost. Again, credit to OrderZero for being 5-0, but we didn't see them perform against the team we lost. So we didn't sort of cut ourselves out of it, if that makes sense.
Yes,
Because we still need to see them play against the team we lost.
Yes, indeed. And it was a statement victory now, positioning yourselves not just as, playoff contenders, but maybe even contenders for the full title. I'll leave the floor to you if you have any final things you'd like to say. Maybe there was a lot of support in chat for both teams today. We saw a bit of banter. Anything maybe you want to say to any doubters of Berserk?
I mean, first of all, before saying any doubters about any doubters, I would really like to congratulate my team. I think besides our own struggles playing in Face It, we do perform against this kind of stuff in these type of games. A huge congratulations goes to Jordan. He's playing insane at the moment, and for us in general as 5, keeping calm in these situations, because you can easily tilt by wrong timings, and even when we lost some sort of touchdowns which we had to win, we did do a comeback, so it was very hard for us. We were 8-4 by the half, so again it was really it took a mental toll to get the comeback, but since we won pistol and we won second round comfortably, we thought, hey, we're 8-6, sort of it's still close, and we knew our opponents. We knew how 2 of them play. Harrison didn't. He wasn't. We knew that sort of he started good on T side, but in the 4 rounds of CT, he was not performing again. So we thought, hey, let's focus on this player, even if it is the best player they have. Sort of, we didn't care. Sort of to the any doubters. I mean, we already doubted in that game of Aversa. we were the losing sort of. No one was expecting us to win against Aversio. The pickings, obviously, they everything is there. No one put us to win against Aversio. For OrderZero won Aversio, we won Aversio. OrderZero won CSDE, which is insane, but we didn't get a chance to play against them, so no, we'll never know. We won't know, except maybe in the final, hopefully. So to the doubters, I guess, like shush, and we'll hopefully see some of the doubters again in the semifinals.
Well, once again, congratulations. Berserk 5-1. A victory next week would see them straight into the finals,
Yes.
but you'll have to
Yes.
tune in next week for that. Thank you guys for joining, and thank you, Anselm, for joining on the interview as well.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys
Thank you.
later this week.
See you. Thank you very much.
Every 39 seconds, a business falls victim to a cyber attack. Shockingly, a staggering 92% of malware infiltrates organizations through email. In 2023, it's taking organizations an average of 49 days to identify a cyber attack. With CyberSift DNS Protect, you get one platform with many benefits. Effortlessly control with advanced URL filtering and gain full network visibility. Protect your business from phishing, malware, and advertising tracking. Be up and running in less than 24 hours. Boost productivity with over 80 categories. Protect what matters most. Start protecting today with our free 30-day trial. Experience confidence with CyberSift DNS Protect. Secure your digital world today. Visit our website.
Get ready for something big. It's the 5th edition of PlayCon, happening October 9th to 12th at the MFCC to Ali. Experience the latest games, tech showcases, epic tournaments, and awesome cosplay. Entrance is free. PlayCon, where gamers unite.